guys, we're doing a very fun video for me, and that is testing new makeup. I love testing new makeup because sometimes we find some hits and a lot of times we find some shits. So with that said, let's just go ahead and get started. Now, if you guys recently did not see, I recently did a Sephora and Ulta haul, and I'm gonna be trying out all the goodies that I got in the haul, plus a few other things that were sent to me in PR. So we're gonna start off with the eyes. The first thing I have is the brand new Mystique palette from Alter Ego. Now this palette does retail for $22, and it says, step into the tropical paradise of Mystique, where 15 exotic vibrant shades await. Ignite your imagination with bold pinks, radiant oranges, and deep blues, complemented by the captivating shimmers that sparkle under the festive lights. Each shade is crafted to inspire bold, expressive looks that stand out in any crowd. Now, as always, you guys can use my code Dawson10 to save you guys 10% off when it comes to Alter Ego. I will say this palette is quite surprising. I was really blown away by how pretty the outside packaging was, by the outside color story, as well as the color story in the inside. And I know that this is a dupe to the Natasha Denona Circa palette. I never got that palette because, frankly, I did not think it was pretty. So here we are. I got my own version of it because if you guys don't know, Alter Ego does create dupes of like Huda Beauty and Natasha Denona palettes, and they make fantastic palettes with great quality at such an affordable price. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into this today. Now, I will say, when I swatched this, I was really not that impressed with the swatches. I was kind of like, oh, not what I expected, but hopefully it performs differently in the eye. I'm gonna do something very simple, very basic. I kind of just want to play with these shades today because they're kind of calling to me, and then I want to play with the blues like underneath. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do today. I'm gonna go ahead and set my eye. I am using the Sigma eyeshadow base primer in the shade Ignite, and you guys can use my code to save you guys 15% off over at Sigma. It's so crazy that that's a thing. And with Natasha Denona, it's weird. But anyway, I want to tell you guys this little story because it is just such a weird day. So about 2 weeks ago, my best friend Alyssa asked if I wanted to go to Typhoon Lagoon with her and her family. And I was like, yes, absolutely. I love Typhoon Lagoon. We haven't been at all this year. Why not? Let's just go ahead and go. So my husband and I went to go see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes because, fun fact, I absolutely love the Planet of the Apes movie. I think they're fantastic, and I really enjoyed this new installment. I know this is like a first in the next three movies because they're doing another trilogy. This time, kind of continuing on into pretty much how they end up to the original Planet of the Apes. I'm gonna go into the shade called Papaya right here. So it's a new set of trilogy, which I actually thoroughly I enjoyed. So we went to Disney Springs to go see the movie because Typhoon Lagoon is right next to Disney Springs, and that's where we went and saw the movie at. So we get there, I would say probably around 2 o'clock is when we arrived to Typhoon Lagoon. Now, granted, we went on a Saturday, and if you guys don't know, during the summer season, Typhoon Lagoon can get pretty crowded because it's frankly super hot outside, and a lot of people want to go and cool off. So we were trying to find a spot, which we were like, okay, we know this one spot that has like a great awning, and it has great awning, and it has tons and tons of picnic tables underneath it. That's where we could put our stuff along with everything the boys need because Alyssa does have 3 kids. So everything we need, we're gonna go over there. So we walked all the way back, which was where the old shark tank used to be, where you can go like scuba dive, you can go snorkeling with like in the coral reef with like, reef sharks and fishes. Really cool little area, but they sadly did get rid of it, which is sad because I really did enjoy it. But we go over there and we find that the awning is completely full of people, which we're like, okay, that's to be expected. We know we are coming a little bit late, but we thought there'd be some open tables, but there weren't. So we happened to look over to where there's a bar right next to the awning, and there were some benches there were some picnic tables right there. So we're like, okay, well, we'll just put our stuff right here. Granted, it's out in the open, out in the sun. We're just gonna have to just put our stuff here. So as we're setting our stuff down, we all start putting on sunblock. I'm pulling out my sunblock for my lips because I'm like, I'm not playing around this time. Speaking of lips, I want to put on this Lawless freaking filter lip plumping line smoothing gloss. This is in the shade called Velvet. I got this in my Sephora favorites pack. I never used it, so I'm gonna put this on since I'm wearing nothing on my lips. Oh, it's nice and thick and creamy. I use my stuff in my Sephora favorites yet that I got. They're during the Sephora sale, so I want to start using them. So anyway, we put our stuff down, and you know, we're starting to put on sunblock. I'm putting on my sunblock for my lips because I was like, I'm not taking the risk of getting burned, because that was not fun. Not fun to have my lips burned. Y'all saw the mayhem that was. So as we're putting on our sunblocks, we see Disney team leaders, and you can kind of recognize them because they're the ones that are in like business outfits at the theme park. I'm going back at the same shade at the theme park, and they're kind of like running to the awning right behind us, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? You see lifeguards kind of going over there and managers kind of going over there, and I was like, oh no, it's probably like someone got sick. So they were like, Allie, go find out, go kind of sneak over there. So I just was kind of browsing to look, but I didn't see anything. So I was like, okay, well, I don't really see anything. I don't really know what's going on. But then we saw, all right, I'm going to go into the shade called Jungle. And we're going to put that right next. We're going to go Jungle, Feisty, and then Free. So we're going to go into the shade. Then I saw like the paramedics come, and they went to a different area that I did not see, and they went to an older lady, and we could hear what they were saying because they stood right next to us before they walked over there. Apparently she fainted and she passed out due to the heat, and I felt really bad. So they were saying, get her some orange juice, get her some sugar cookies, like get her stuff to help her feel better. I think she might have been diabetic. Not entirely sure. I'm just basing it off of what I heard them calling for her. I was like, oh no, this sweet old lady. Like, it's so hot here. I felt bad. I was like, I hope she gets in the water, helps to cool down. I felt bad. You know, I will quickly say that this did not swatch that nicely, but it is laying down pretty nicely. It's not going to be one of those pigments that have like pout in your face. It's super luxe, super buttery, but it's still like laying down nicely. I'm not having any issue with it. So we watched them walk over there, and they give her medication, and they give her stuff to help her feel better. So we're like, oh wow, you know, okay, we just witnessed that. I'm gonna go in the shade called Feisty right next to that. And we're like, okay, well, let's just go get a drink at the bar. Now the bar was so packed. It literally had just one bartender, and she was taking, I'm not kidding, like 10 minutes to make a drink. And we're like, oh god, we stood there for 30 minutes just trying to get a freaking like virgin pina colada for the kids and stuff, and it took forever for her to get through the people. I don't know what was going on there, but I was like, all right, no big deal. Not really indicating like what type of day we were about to have. I'm gonna go into the shade called Free right here. And so we get our drink, and then we give it to the boys. They quickly chug the drink, and then they're off to go ride some rides and to go do the lazy river, just to go have fun with Dad. So me, Alyssa, her cousin, my husband, and her youngest go into the lazy river because we're like, okay, well, the boys are going to go ride rides. They're going to go have fun. We're going to go just relax in lazy river. So we get into lazy river. First thing I noticed was it was dirty. And if you guys have ever been at Disney, Disney tends to take their cleanliness really well, especially like, I don't know, they have like a set of standards. The lazy river was just full of dirt. It was just dirty. Like there's so many leaves and dirt in it. And I saw that there's tons of lifeguards and they're trying to scoop everything up. And I get that's not their fault. But when I compare it to Volcano Bay, it's like night and day. Volcano Bay is just like crystal clear, blue water, no speck of dirt, just super freaking clean. And then Disney's, I was like, damn, what happened here? Like it just felt dirty, it looked dirty, and I was like, what is going on? So before I get back in the story, this is just kind of where we are. It's all right. It's all right. It's very plain compared to their other formulas, so it's not bad. But I feel like their other palettes have just better pigmentation. I feel like the other palettes just had better formula. This one feels a little lackluster. Not gonna lie, it feels a little lackluster. So I'm just gonna quickly do the same thing in the other eye. We're gonna come back, we'll do the under eye. Like, so I'm gonna do like blues, and I'll do like blue inner corner. I'm gonna try to like bring some vibrant color to this. Okay, so now that the eyes are done for the most part, we're just, like I said, we're gonna do the rest of it later. The palette's okay. Nothing wowing in my opinion. We're gonna move on to the face. So first I'm gonna go into the Milk Makeup. This is going to be the Pore Eclipse Matte Blur Stick. This is a mattifying blur stick made with niacinamide and bacchuli to instantly cut, shine, and blur pores for a soft focus finish. So I have been wearing this every day since I got it. This was sent to me in PR, and I thoroughly have been enjoying this. Do I notice anything really different in my pores? No. They do look a little bit softer, but they're still really visible. But I feel like it really does a great job at really cutting through that shine and really helping to make my makeup last all day. I thoroughly enjoyed this product. So I'm just going to put this in my little trouble area, which is right over here where I have the large pores. like I do every day before I go to work. And mind you, I live in Florida and I work at Disney and I have to walk through the hot freaking sun and my makeup does not budge. And I'm really good at thankful it's because of this right here. So it does have a little bit of stickiness to it. I'm just going to kind of leave it sit here for a minute. So while it's kind of drying down, I'm going to go into the CoverGirl. This is the Skin Enhance Velvet Blur Pore Erasing Primer. So this says that this is formulated with niacinamide to help minimize the appearance of pores. Skin lightweight balm smooths and blurs texture for an enhanced natural complexion. So it's going to help to make your makeup last all day. It has a velvet and soft matte finish. We're going to go in with this. Every time I tried a CoverGirl face product, I've not really been a fan, but we're going to go in with this. So anyway, we are in the lazy river. And as we're in the lazy river, I look up and I can see that, ooh, this is how it's kind of squirting out. I can see like dark clouds in distance. And I'm like, I don't remember they were saying there's going to be like, ooh, rain on the radar. Oh, wow, this is incredibly soft. But there's some dark clouds in the distance. So we're kind of like keeping an eye on that. But we're floating on the lazy river. We're just talking about work. We're having a good time. And I noticed this girl floating in front of me. Now, when I look at this girl, I'm like, she looks so oddly familiar. I'm like, where have I seen her before? And she is staring at me. Like, she is hardcore staring at me. But like, what else are you gonna do? You're floating around the river, right? So like, we're making eye contact and I go, oh my God, Corey. And he goes, what? I'm like, that's Liz from this season's Survivor. And he goes, what? And I said, look, it's Liz from this season's Survivor. And he goes, oh my God, are you sure? And I said, yes. He goes, I recognize the frames. It's her. So I did the only logical thing that any person would do. I swam over to her in the lazy river. I got close enough to her and I said, hi, I'm so sorry to bother you, but are you Liz from Survivor? And she's like, yes, hi, how are you? And I was like, oh my God, I loved you on the show. I thought your outburst on this past season over the Applebee's incident was freaking hilarious. And she's like, oh my God, some people give me shit for it. I said, you sold me on that burger and I want to try that burger because of you. And she's like, oh my God, that's so funny. And like, so we talked about Survivor. She told me how like they're some of them are friends, some of them are not friends, and that I need to stay tuned to like the season finale that was coming up that Wednesday. And I said, oh my God, I'm so excited, because I knew that she was like in the top 5 at that time. So obviously she did not win, spoiler alert, but it was just really kind of cool to see that. We talked for like 30 minutes, and it was just not because I was trying to be creepy, but because you're in the lazy river, you're only going so fast for so long. And it's pretty crowded, so it's not like you could really go far. You know what I mean? We're just literally around each other the whole time. So, yeah, I talked to her for 30 minutes. She was actually super, super cool. Introduced me to her daughter, you know, said that she lives around here. She has an annual pass. She goes to Disney. And I was like, I didn't realize that you were here. You know what I mean? And it was nice. She was super nice. And, like, all of my friends in Koi were like, I'm not even surprised that you did that. And I was like, I know, but I didn't want to talk to her too long because I didn't want to make it, like, awkward, but we talked for a while, like 30 minutes, you know. My skin does have like a nice soft effect to it. At first it was feeling really greasy, but now it just has a little bit of a tackiness to it. So for foundation, I did pick up the new Win Beauty. This is by Serena Williams. This is the Featuring You Hydrating Skin Enhancing Tint. This skin tint imparts a naturally radiant finish with light buildable coverage and broad spectrum protection. Truly unstoppable Hydro Complex provides skin with up to 72 hours of hydration. It's light, it's buildable coverage with a natural radiant finish. It's suitable for all skin types, including sensitive skin. So it has nothing to do with oily skin, but I hear this is supposed to be amazing. So we'll try this out. I have the shade called Light 15. I have the shade called Balance 75. She looks a little light, but we're going to go for it. So I'm going to pump this on my hand.
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
Oh, dear God, this is white. Oh, no. No way. No way. It smells like sunscreen. Oh, no. I'm going to take it in my hands. What do I apply with my hands? Oh, no. Oh, my God. It's white. It's white. Oh, no. I picked a light with a neutral undertone because I wasn't sure if light medium was going to be my shades. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm not really sure how to apply this. I'm applying on my hand. It's not blending in. Sponge is not blending in. What if I do like a brush? Will a brush make a difference? Okay, so I understand what this is now. It truly is just a skin tint. It's literally all it is. So it is starting to tone down in color just a tad. It looks a little scary still. Yeah, it's really supposed to make it, I guess, make it look like you are wearing, almost like you're wearing no makeup, because this is just kind of the coverage that it's giving me right now, is this. So I'm determined to make this work. I am determined to make this work. So like now that it's like starting to dry down, it's not bad looking. It's just a little bit lighter than what I wanted. So I probably would have to mix this with another foundation, but we're just going to kind of go for it for what it is right now and keep going. So anyway, I was floating along with her in the lazy river. And then at one point I was like, all right, I need to like leave her alone, because at this point it's just kind of like awkward, whatever. And I didn't want to just keep bothering her. So we're just floating down, and I see the clouds are getting kind of close, and Corey's getting notified on his watch from the Weather Channel that there's lightning within like 10 miles of the theme park. And if there's lightning within 10 miles of a water park with Disney, they do tend to shut it down, because it's just it's just a safety issue. So we were getting notified that there was lightning strikes. So we were like, okay, we should probably be getting out of the water, because I'm sure they're going to like tell us to get out soon. So as we're going towards where our area is, like in the lazy river, we can see where our exit is. We see all these lifeguards that are in the water telling everybody to get to the right side. They're screaming, get to the right side, get to the right side. And we're like, oh my gosh, why? Like, what's going on? Why do we all have to get to like the right side? What is happening? We were all so curious. So we're seeing where our exit is, and we're like, well, we need to get off here. And the lifeguards are like, nope, just keep going around. You're going to have to keep going. You're going to go to the next exit. So we're like, okay, is something happening? And then we see at our exit, this guy completely laying on his side with paramedics surrounding him at the stairs. We're like, oh my gosh, like this guy must have fallen and cracked his head. And you see his buddy sitting there with him. And then you just could see them starting to bring out water to kind of like hose down the area. You're like, what's going on? And then you hear the guy saying, well, he didn't have that much to drink. He didn't have that much to drink. And then you also hear like this weird noise. And I was like, oh my God, he's throwing up. He's throwing up laying on the side of the stairs. So we have to get off at the next exit at that point, because now Typhoon Lagoon had made the announcement that Typhoon Lagoon, everybody needs to get out of the water. There's lightning within the area, inclement weather. We have to get out. So we got off the next exit. We have to walk over this bridge. And when you walk over the bridge, you walk right by where this guy's at. And you could just see where he was laying in a pile of his own vomit. And his friends are saying, I didn't think he was that drunk. I didn't think he was that drunk. But apparently this guy got super freaking drunk, because you could hear the friends telling the paramedics and Disney security kind of what's going on. Apparently he got super drunk and was going down the stairs and slipped and fell on the stairs, and then just started to profusely vomit right then and there. So that's why they're telling everybody to get out of the water right there, because there's vomit going in the water. Like, it's so gross. I'm in that water. Like, ugh. And the norovirus was going around Disney like 2 months ago. So I'm like, oh, good God, get me out of this cesspool of diseases right now. It's so gross. So we get out. We make it to our stuff when the skies above proceed to let out the most torrential downpour and extreme lightning for 15 minutes. We stood under this little tiny awning, just the tiniest little awning, clutching our stuff, getting completely soaked by the rain, which I didn't care because I was already wet, but I didn't want my stuff getting wet. As there's torrential downpour, we have a family behind us that's just sitting there in the soaking rain, just eating their food, because what else are they going to do? We have screaming girls right behind us that were trying to seek shelter under this awning, but there's a massive hole there just pouring water on them. It was a shit show. Needless to say, it was a shit show, as is this foundation. I look like Fester. I'm so pale. I'm so pale.
You're on it.
This is not good. It's just not good. So, by the time it stops raining, it's 4:30. Typhoon Lagoon closes at 5. And they ended up just saying that Typhoon Lagoon is closed for the day, because they weren't reopening, because the lightning just never really fully left the area. So we're like, okay, screw it. We're just going to have to leave. So we left, and we went to this this new sushi place, that all you eat sushi place opened up. They set us down at a table, and when they set us down at a table, we got surrounded by tons of big parties, and our poor server, this poor girl, you could tell that she was brand new to serving, because she was missing so many people's orders. She was getting screamed out left and right. People were taking so long to bring the food out. She just couldn't manage it, and I felt so bad. Then we went home and we're like, what kind of day do we just have? Okay, I'm going to go into the Nothing to See Soft Matte Creamy Contour Concealer. I have the shade called 45 Extend. I don't have high hopes at this point. Concealer has more full coverage, which is fine. You know, I got a skin tint, but it truly is just a skin tint. But I feel like the reason why I'm not the biggest fan of it is because of how sheer the skin tint is, and it just, I'm trying to find different ways to blend it out, and it just is not looking good. It's just generally not looking good. I wonder if I had the right shade, would it look better? It probably could, but as of right now, it's just not looking good in my opinion. Maybe I'm not finding the right way to blend it out. I tried my fingers, I tried a sponge, I tried a brush, and it's just not looking good on the face. I don't really know what to do. The concealer is not bad. It's truly not bad, but the rest, like, it's just sitting there. Like, look at that. Do we see that? Maybe it's just user error. I don't know, but it does not look good on the face. And I had to film multiple videos after this. This is great. We're going to see if we can salvage this. I'm not going to give up just yet. We have two different bronzers to try today. So I have the brand new Say Dew Bronzer, Soft Focus Liquid Bronzer. And then I also have the Makeup by Mario Soft Scalp Bronzing and Shaping Serum. I've heard too many opinions on this. Everybody said they're either great or they're not. For the Makeup by Mario, I got the shade Light Medium. So we're going to do that on this side and Say on this side. And we're going to go from here. So, we're going to take, I guess, the pump. Oh, she's a little dark. Okay. Why is it wet? Oh, that's actually really pretty. Oh my gosh, that's actually really pretty. Honestly, I'm tempted to take this bronzer and put it all over my face to add a little bit of color back to my face. Oh wow, okay. Okay, the bronzer is not bad. It's laying down really nicely. It has like a nice little, it has like a weird wateriness to it, but it's laying down. Look at that. That foundation's not even sticking on my forehead. Anywho, we're just going to keep blending this in because this is just exactly how I wanted this video to go. I was going to do an all-day wear test too. Bronzer's not bad. Bronzer's not bad. It's very wet looking, but it's not bad. It is blending into the skin. It's what kind of formula is this? It doesn't say. Soft Scalp Bronzing and Shaping Serum. Oh, it's a serum. Hey, that's why it's looking nice. Okay. Alrighty. Well, now we're going to try the Say one. This is going to be a the dewy bronzer, and I have the shade called Sand, and it says, using the targeted applicator applied to the face and cheeks for the effortless bronze effect. Okay, is there an applicator? Alrighty, there is. So we're going to try the little applicator. We're going to put this right here. Now I have the shade called Sand. I think which is like the medium, like light medium, light medium. We're going to, okay, freaking baby hairs. We're going to start to just blend this in. Okay, so why do people hate this? I think it looks pretty nice. I saw people hating on this, and I don't get why people are hating on this. It blends really nicely into the skin. I'm not seeing it like leaving any streakiness. It seems very light. It seems glowy, and it seems like it's blending. And oh my god, this foundation is sticking to every single thing when I just dermaplaned my face this morning. This is so bad. I think the bronzer's not bad. I think the bronzer's not bad. Now, granted, this is my first impression. I will be doing a follow-up with this at the end of June. But so far, based on first impression, I don't think it's bad. I do want to retest these on a different foundation. So you guys are going to see me showing these again in different videos because it's not fair to kind of put on this foundation. But it's not fair for me to put on this foundation. But even though it is on this one, they're not bad. I like how they look. They're blending in really nicely. So I don't know what the issue is. Okay, so for blush, I do have the brand new House Labs. This is the Color Fuse Glassy Blush Balm. I have the shade called Glassy Polimo, which is going to be their peach version. And then I also have the new Kosas Big Blush. We're going to go into this after we set the face because I'm going to use the brand new One Size Ultimate Setting Powder in the shade called Ultra Peach. So we're going to keep trying these items out to see how I like them. So let me just open this up. I will say this little Lawless lip gloss, it's really nice. I really like this. Okay, so this is how this looks. And this is how the product looks. Super pretty. We're going to do it on both cheeks because I'm using powder over it. But I'm just going to do this. I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do. I see everybody else doing like this. So we're just going to do it like this too. So I've seen everybody else review it on TikTok. So we got to do what the TikTok says. All right, I'm just going to blend this out. Okay, wow, that's actually a really pretty shade. And it gives you that nice like high shine. I look so ghastly. Okay, so the formula on that, it's not bad. It's really pretty. I definitely can see myself using this on a daily basis, but again, I just don't really like how it looks on top of this foundation because this foundation doesn't look good in the slightest, but it's not bad. Like, it's looking pretty nice. So we're going to set the face with the new One Size, the Ultimate Setting Powder in the shade called Ultra Peach. I have the translucent one. I love the translucent one so much, but I really want to try the new peach one to see how well I like this because I do love peach. I'm hoping that this will be just as nice as the original formula. Okay, wow, that actually immediately started to tone down that shine. It's a really pretty color. Okay, with the setting powder, without the setting powder, it's definitely adding a little bit of color back to my face just a little bit. So it's making it more natural, which I'm really appreciating. It's kind of toning down that lightness that that foundation was giving me. It's definitely like making my skin look a little bit more balanced, like color wise, because it was looking rough there for a minute. The face just looks horrible. Like, I mean, it just generally looks horrible. I know it's not the setting powder. I know the blush looks actually really pretty. Like, look how pigmented it is. The bronzers are still holding shape. It's just the products itself. I think it has to do with this foundation. I think it's just meant to be worn literally by itself. Like, if you're having like a makeup day, if you're having like just want to have something super light that gives you some coverage, it's not mixing well with my other products, and it's my fault. I tried a new product on top of products that might not work together, and this is a legit skin tint, and it's a sunscreen skin tint, and it's just not working. And I don't want to say it's fault. It's not the wrong color. It's the wrong color. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. We're going to push forward, so we're just going to have to ignore it. So I'm going to go in with the Kosas Blush is Life. This is the Baked Dimensional and Brightening Blush. I have the shade called Warm Peachy Pink, and we're going to go in with this. It's a really pretty blush. I'm not going to lie. It's super pretty. We're going to go in with my favorite blush brush, which is my brush I created with bling brushes. This is the F33, and we're going to start to tap this on right here just to kind of lock in that peachy blush. And oh my God, that is so pretty. That is super freaking pretty. That is super pretty. Super freaking pretty. Okay. So for highlight, we have the brand new Infallible highlighter right here. I have this shade called 15 Champagne Glow. We're going to try this out. It looks super pigmented based upon like the swatches. Looks really pigmented. So we're going to see how I like it. Brush. I'm going to just start to put this right here. Dang, do y'all see that glow? Oh my gosh. Also, it's accentuating the pimple that I have right there. Thanks. That's actually really pretty. That is shiny. Like, oh my God, that is so shiny. That is really, really pretty. I like that. Okay, so I'm quickly finish off my eyes. I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Sky. I kind of want to take Sky. I'm gonna take Azure right here along the waterline. I'll blend it out with Sky right here. So far, this video is turning out different than what I expected. I was really hoping to have some high hopes for some of these products, but I'm definitely going to have to do a follow-up testing these products again because it's not fair to judge some products based upon how it's looking on my face. I will say everything's like doing good so far, minus the skin tint. The skin tint is looking rough right now. I mean, like, look at my nose. She is looking rough. All right, I'm gonna go back and I'm going to that shade right here called Sky. Sky right here. Hello. Sky, are you there? Hello. There is like no pigment coming off of this. Stop. It's like a shimmer. It's like a shimmer. Is that why it's not swatching really well? Let's take the shade then called Rare. And we're just going to put this shimmer. Look at that pigment. Not the best. Okay, so for mascara, I'm going to go into the Maybelline Firework Mascara. I recently just did a TikTok and like a short on this. I absolutely love this mascara. I think it's so freaking nice. I'm going to pair it probably with Polite Society's the greatest lash of all time. They're really nice. I'm just going to quickly curl my lashes. I'm going to go ahead and do my lashes with this. I think this is so nice. It definitely gives you lift and volume, and it's just so pretty. And that waterproof formula really helps to get it to hold its shape. All right, so this is just 2 coats. I will say I did transfer just a little bit on the lid, so I'm just going to let it dry down and put on some white liner. I'm just going to go in with my NYX Jumbo Stick right here just because it's physically right there. And then we're going to move on to the lips. For lips, I actually got 2 products sent to me in PR from LYS. I got their brand new, got their Candy Glaze, which is like that new like lip balm. And I also just got like a lipstick. I've been wearing them both a lot recently, but I just want to quickly show you guys what the lip balm looks like. It is a little stained because of my lips, but this lip balm, it just goes like this. It's like a nice like candy glaze. So like it glazes the lip and gives you like a beautiful high shine. I like putting this on top of just like a nice lip liner, and it just looks super, super freaking pretty. It's really comfortable. It is expensive for what it is. It's like a $30 like lip glaze, which I think is a little bit expensive, but it's really pretty, super comfortable formula. I can wear it all day, and I know that whenever I put this on top of any lip product, it's not going to budge or transfer it. It's just going to make it look more beautiful. Really do enjoy this lip balm formula, but I wanted to show you this because I did just get these in PR, and I love how these look. I'm going to take it off because I do have a new lip liner. And the lip liner that I have is the new Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Liner. And I have this shade called Rosy Brown. So we're going to try this today. And then I really want to try it with the brand new Tower 28 collaboration with Way lip gloss. It's the St. Bart ones. I really want to try that out. So I'm just going to quickly line my lips with this. I don't think I've ever used a Tarte lip liner before. So this is going to be a first for me. First impression, very creamy. It is very creamy. I feel my lips on just a little bit with it. Not bad. Not a bad formula at all. It's really creamy. Surprisingly enough, it's actually really creamy. So now for lips, we're going to go into the Tower 28 collaboration with Way. This is their St. Bart ones, and I'm so excited because this is supposed to smell. This smells just like the Way spray body line. Oh my god, I'm going to try so hard not to eat it, but I just want to see how this looks on the lips. Oh, I could just smell that smell already. The most heavenly scent on my lips ever. Oh, yes. Would it taste like it? Oh, it tastes like it too. Oh, yes. Is the final look. I have some thoughts. Okay, so this is the final look right here. I'm going to set my face one more time just because I need this to kind of last me. So we're going to kind of quickly go over everything. So up first, we do have the Mystique palette from Alter Ego. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this palette is underwhelming. I, love the color story. I think the color story is really beautiful, but the formula itself just isn't the best. I don't know what changed between this and previous palettes, but other palettes had such a beautiful formula. Like, I would say that their formula was better than Huda Beauty, was better than Natasha Denona, and yet this is very underwhelming for me. The formula is just kind of lackluster. Yes, the matte does blend down really nicely. It does give you beautiful coverage, but the shimmers are just so underwhelming. They're just very, very bland. They don't really feel creamy. They don't really feel buttery. They do perform, but they're just lackluster in pigment, as you guys can see. It's just not the best in my opinion, and I don't know what it is. I'm just not the biggest fan. This shade right here, Sky, I don't know if that's supposed to be like a cream to powder situation. I'm not liking it. It barely had any pigment to it. Even this shade right here, Azure, this just wasn't what I wanted from Alter Ego. I usually have different experiences with them, so I'm really sad to say that this just was a no for me, but I'm still appreciative they sent this to me. It's just not my favorite. Moving on to the face, I absolutely love the Milk Makeup Pore Blurring Stick. This has been a go-to ever since I got it in PR like a week or two ago. I've been using it every day, and I really do love this, so I have nothing bad to say about this. It just does a great job at really kind of locking in that skincare that I have, really helping to cut the oil that really helps to cut the oil that gets produced on my face. It does help to make the pores look a little bit less visible. They're still there, but just a little bit more soft, which I really do appreciate. Fantastic product. I will say CoverGirl really does have me by surprise. This at first, I thought this was going to be super greasy, but this felt really nice. It laid down really nicely on the face, and it really helped to make my face have a little bit of a tackiness to it while giving it a really soft blur at the same time. So I'm going to keep playing with this. I don't know how long this will work. I don't know how well this will work with my oil because it does have a soft matte finish. So I'm not really sure how well this is going to last, but we're going to keep trying this. But based on first impressions, this is a nice product. I do like it so far. Then we do have this Win Skin Tint. I really, really, really want to love this. I love what Serena Williams said about this brand. This brand is supposed to be all-inclusive, and that would be great for for athletes to wear, have their makeup last all day. And I'm sure this is what it's supposed to be. I'm sure that this skin tint is literally just supposed to be that, just a straight up skin tint. But I think because I picked the wrong shade, like I said, I got light with a neutral undertone, and I usually go from light to light medium. And a lot of times if I do light medium, a lot of times I do light medium, sometimes it oxidizes down to be a little bit darker than what I want. So I just went with a light with neutral undertone, and I should have gone for a light medium because this is a little bit too pale for me. But besides it being pale, because I can kind of work with that, it just does not sit well on the face. I don't know if it's because the products I use underneath it. I don't know, but based upon first impressions, I do not like this product. I'm definitely going to try it again before I consider returning it, because I want to try it with different products. I'm going to try it without maybe putting on any primer. I'm going to try putting it on with primers that I know and love. Like, I'm going to try something a little bit different, see if that makes a difference with how it applies. But applying it with my fingers, it did not work. Applying with the sponge did not work. Applying with the blush brush did not work. So I don't really know how to get this to not look so just bad. Like, it's peeling all over my nose. It's not sticking. It lifts up like crazy. It's spotted. It makes it look like I'm super like dry patched and flaky underneath, and I don't know what that's about. But based on first impressions, I do not like this in the slightest. And if I'm going to try it again, if it does not work, I'm going to return this. Now the concealer is not bad. The concealer was a nice soft matte concealer. Is it settling in my fine lines? Absolutely. It is settling in my fine lines I have under my eyes, but it also could be because of the product underneath. So I'm going to keep trying this out, but based on first impressions, this one's not bad. I don't mind it. Now for bronzers, these two are like hit and miss for people. I actually do like the Makeup by Mario one. It goes on wet, which is just really weird, but then I realized it's a serum base, but it just lays down super beautifully on the face. Even though it's sitting on top of a really horrible base, it laid down really nicely. It gave me the coverage I was looking for. Really nice. I'm excited to keep playing with this. And the Say one, I like it. Like, I thought it was really beautiful, and it's supposed to be a dewy one, but I was able to mattify it down. It gave a nice coverage, a nice little bronziness to it. I don't see anything wrong with it. So I'm going to keep playing with these. The House Labs blush and the Kosas blush are really pretty. I love the two combos together. Like, I like putting down the glassy balm right here. I will end up going over with setting powder because I do get super oily. I have to set my face, especially during the summer. So even if I put on a liquid blush, I will always set it on top of I'll always set a powder blush on top of it. These two together, it creates such a beautiful combo. I love this blush combo. I think it's super pretty. It's super summery. It's super corally. It's super peachy. Very pretty. I really like both formulas. I'm excited to keep playing with these. Just like this Infallible highlighter, can we talk about the beautiful high shine that's giving? Like, look at that. It gives me a nice wet high shine. I think it's so beautiful. Really beautiful. Love that. I really do love the mascara. I've been talking about this mascara. I think it's a fantastic mascara. It gives you lift, gives you volume, super pretty. And the Tarte lip liner, really nice. Really nice lip liner. Really like full, really it feels great on the lips. It gave me a really pretty color. It was glided on very nicely. Just like I really do like the St. Bart's collaboration. Just like I really do like the Way collaboration with Tower 28. It's a beautiful high shine. It's non-sticky. It has such an incredible scent to it. It tastes like St. Bart's scent. It's just so nice. I really do enjoy this. I might have to get another. I know it's out of stock, but if I can get another one, I absolutely would. And then we do have the one size, the peach one. I wasn't sure what to expect with the peach one because I'm not used to playing with a peach powder, but it really helped to tone down how pale this foundation made me. It really helped to bring color back into the face while making it super mattified, super blurring, which I really do appreciate. I absolutely love the One Size Ultimate Setting Powder. It has been my go-to this summer. It works beautifully if you have really oily skin. So having a little bit of a peachiness to it has really helped to kind of bring this together. So overall, we definitely had some hits and we had some misses, but that's the whole point of this video, is to try out new makeup for you guys. I'll make sure that I link everything that I tried down below for you guys if you guys want to check these items out yourself. But best believe I will be doing follow-up with these items by the end of the month, and you'll see them throughout the rest of the month as well, but definitely give my final opinion at the end of the month. But with that said, before I wrap up this video, let me just do a quick little check-in with Allie in 12 hours, and she'll give you her opinion after 12 hours. Okay, I've had this makeup on for almost 12 hours, and do you guys see what we are working with? The nose is like not there. The foundation still looks really shitty, but like, oh, who am I kidding? This looks like shit. So the eyes held on nicely, mascara held on nicely, lips did not. Blush held on really, really nicely. Highlighter held on nicely. Even the bronzers held on nicely. But like, as you guys can clearly see, the foundation, it definitely did not. But to be fair, it really wasn't looking good when I first applied it. So after 12 hours, I didn't really expect it to look good either. It's pretty much dissipating. So as of right now, this foundation is a no for me. But we're going to try it again on different products. And if it just doesn't work then I am returning it. But as of right now, it's a no. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful ventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes these beautiful, wonderful page members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video.